Dear Luz Karime, social media is overwhelming. Help me. I recently just got a Snapchat, which is a weird development for me. It's one of those things that I, again, swore I would never do. But here I am trying to figure it out. It's been a lot of fun. It's been pretty cool to use. I like the different things you can do on it, and getting stuff from people is really cute. But, like, it just made me realize how technologically illiterate I can be, which is surprising for someone who spends so much time on the internet and on her phone. I also realized that I've always been the kind of person to create accounts for things like this. When I was still in elementary school, I already had AOL Instant Messenger, and I had MSN Messenger. I'm pretty sure I had a couple of blogs on Xanga, which, like, I have no idea what I would have written about. But I do remember them being, like, super deep and emotional for no good reason, but you know. By middle school, even though I wasn't supposed to, I made a MySpace when that was big. I remember Facebook getting really big around, like, 2007, 2008. And me being the rebellious person I was, I said, no, I don't need it. I have a MySpace and that's enough for me. I don't need to make all these accounts. But then I caved in high school, which was, in hindsight, a pretty smart idea considering everyone plans everything on Facebook now, and that's where you find out about everybody's lives, and it's kind of a really big part of our society today, just assuming that everybody has a Facebook, and so they're going to know what's going on because they have a Facebook account. So after the Xanga and the MySpace were deleted, all I really had was Messenger and Facebook, and you didn't use Messenger anymore because Facebook had chat. I didn't even have a YouTube account. I just kind of went on YouTube and every single day looked on different people's channels to see if they had uploaded anything yet, because I was obsessed, but I didn't feel like subscribing to anyone. I think it was because of a class in high school that I had to create a Blogger account. That same blog got changed a couple of times, and then it became Smilation, and that's what it stayed. And on top of that, I've created 2 other blogs on that website. I refused to get any other social media until April of 2013. I made a Twitter. And then November of the same year, I made a Tumblr. And I swore that that was it, and I would never touch anything else because everything else was about pictures, and I hate taking pictures of myself, so it didn't matter and it didn't apply to me. Now, thanks to your brother, it is completely your brother's fault. I now have an Instagram that I got in September, and I now have a Snapchat that I got on Saturday. And wow, I'm overwhelmed. There are so many notifications all over the place, and I just want to make the numbers go away. I don't even care about, like, all of the people sending me things all the time. I just want to make sure that everything's checked because I'm crazy and it gives me anxiety to not check my notifications. Oh, why did I do this to myself? I will say, I never got a Vine, and now I feel kind of bad because it's leaving. It's going away, and it's never going to be an option again, and I feel terrible. It's so much to keep track of. Having all these different forms of social media is an interesting way to, you know, catch up with people that I haven't talked to in forever. It was really weird when I first created my Instagram. I got all of these people from high school adding me, and they never added me on Facebook, they never added me on Twitter. But all of a sudden I had an Instagram and they were like, sure, I'll follow this person, which just seemed really weird to me because we weren't even close back then. But sure, why not? It's not a big deal. It was just an interesting thing to think about. And then there were people that I was actively close to, that I spoke to all the time, and, you know, we've parted ways because that's what college does. And it was weird to see them, like, living their lives with other people and doing things that I didn't even know about. It was just kind of this wake-up call of, like, as much as I thought I already knew what was going on in their lives, there's so much that I had no idea was even present. What's also interesting is the idea of what do you share on which social media. Like, I went to a concert on Wednesday with your brother, which was awesome, by the way, and I thought it was hilarious that you kept telling him to go to bed. I took some pictures of the concert because the band is just known for their aesthetic lighting. It's so, so pretty. And honestly, the pictures didn't even capture how good it was. But I just wanted to share them on literally everything because I wanted everyone to know how cool this was. So I put a whole bunch of stuff on my Snapchat story, and then I put some pictures on Twitter, and then I liked how it looked as the 4 different pictures together. So I put that on Instagram, and it's just like, people are liking this and seeing it on several forms of social media. So should I not be sharing it on all of them, or should they only be liking it on one of them? It's such a weird time to live in where it's like, where is the right place for us to interact? There's a lot of things that I do in my daily life that I keep thinking aren't interesting enough for this channel, aren't big or cool or fun enough for me to actually record and put on this channel. But then I'll put them on Snapchat and it feels like it's okay because it goes away in a few hours, so it's not as big of a deal if I share that with everybody and nobody cares. I don't know, I'm clearly overthinking this, and it's ridiculous that this is even a topic of conversation. Maybe me having Snapchat means you and I will be able to send each other stuff more frequently. Or maybe it just means that we need to go back to writing letters more frequently. I am now heading off to church. We are having a special service this weekend. We're having a service just for the married couple so that they can have some time together and learn how to strengthen their bonds and, take care of their relationship and of their household. It's really cool. We've never done it before, so I'm really excited to see how it goes. Hopefully it is a blessing for everyone who is able to attend. So that's it for now, and I will talk to you next time. Love, Sammy.